Here we go again. Lexington Strong Style Sports is going back at you live with Team Larry Bird and Team Showtime matched up in a season where the two legends of the 80s, the men who are universally respected and renowned as saving the NBA from cokeheads, bad coaching, selfish play style, and all around just bad vibes. Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, stewards of the NBA, who paved the way for the era that we have now. And tonight's matchup, we have Team Larry taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. For a quick view for those who may have not been following, brand new, let's take a look at the standings. Team Larry in the Eastern Conference bringing up the rear right now at 3-2. The Heat 7-1, kicking fannies. Cleveland Cavaliers, who I believe is probably going to be the class of the Eastern Conference, sitting at 5-1. Now let's take a look out here at Team Showtime. Team Showtime doing work, 6-2. They recently just came off of an impressive victory against the Boston Celtics, about a 1-point victory on a game-winning layup and free throw by Andre Drummond on an assist by Magic Johnson. You want to check that game out? It's on my channel in my Larry Bird Magic Johnson series. But without any further ado, without recap being other, let's get into it with Team Larry Bird taking on the Philadelphia 76ers live here on Lexington Strong Style Sports. Thanks for showing up, and most importantly, man, sit back and have fun. Let's do it.
It's time to meet the starting five for your Philadelphia 76ers. At power forward, at 6'8", number 28, Dirk the other forward position, at 6'8", number 8, Paul George. Starting at shooting guard, 6'4", number 5, Quentin Ryan. At guard, 6'3", number 0, Tyrese Maxey. At center, 7 foot, number 21, Joel Embiid.
Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. With two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. Now the starting group for the visitors. Duran out there with Bol Bol. Then it's Fred VanVleet. Then it's Miller. And it's Bird in at the 3 spot. And for Philadelphia, they've got Joel Embiid. George out there with Tyrese Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the 2-guard spot. It's still early in the season, Grant, but most coaches have their rotations worked out by now.
They really do, but if they don't, they better figure it out soon. You don't want to be tinkering with your lineups any later than this.
And it's the Sixers to start out. Maxey against VanVleet. Pass to Grimes. For 3, George. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. VanVleet scanning the floor. Now Duran. Embiid covers. Duran, the pass to VanVleet. Miller left side. Here's Bird. 5 to shoot. Out to the right wing. There's the 3. Sinks it from distance.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. It's a 3-point game. Shakes him. And And it's good on the layup.
Fred VanVleet, man. That boy Tyrese Maxey, man. That boy's like, that boy got he like the T1000, like just pure liquid metal. Like he could take any position, any shape you can think of.
The rebound by Embiid.
From a basketball perspective.
Himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Got that Kobe Bryant type wiriness to him.
Pointer hits the trifecta.
Yeah, we know Embiid can do it one-on-one, but the catch-and-shoot jumper is showing his versatility.
VanVleet outside. Pass to Bird. Fires from the line, and it's in there. Bird's got 5.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really give the defense just another thing to worry about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
Now here's Miller. Here's Bird. Down low. It's tipped. And now the Sixers on the break. And that one is hammered home.
Terrific activity from Paul George. Sticks his long arms in and mucks up the passing lanes.
Despite Joel Embiid missing more than half of their games, Grant, the Sixers still won 47 games last season.
Yeah, B.A., and lots of credit goes to Tyrese Maxey, averaging over 26 points a game. Philadelphia also had some good depth, and that really helped.
Gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Here's VanVleet. And he makes it on the layup.
This guy is competitively tough and will not back away from physical defense. Go ahead, Fred VanVleet.
Maxey against VanVleet. Outside Maxey. Embiid from outside. Bull grabs the board. Gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Here's Bird. In the game against New York, very impressive. Lets it fly from 18. And Joel Embiid pulls it down.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
Here's Grimes, covered by Duren. Here's Embiid. Good on the short little jump shot. Embiid's gotten his second bucket.
Man, he's bringing the energy, the efficiency. I love what he's doing offensively.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. Showing the numbers from last NBA season, the leaders in team steals. The 76ers, number 1.
The steals numbers only tell part of the story. This was a team that made trouble for every opponent with their incredible effort on the defensive end.
Pass to Grimes. Duren against Embiid. To the middle. Here's Maxey. He can't get that one to fall. Solid defense from Bull. Miller outside. And here's Bull. Maxey covering. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Shooting for the away team, Bull. At the line for 1.
Now they lead as the free throw drops in for them. The 76ers have gone 4 of 9 in this one so far. Inside, Yabusele. And it's Bird with a rebound. Shooting right around 57%. Very efficient so far in the first. And the visitors call time here.
I don't think this timeout is just to give the guys a breather. Coach is looking to switch things up.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
Everyone, your Sixers EST.
Visitors with the ball. Van Vliet finds Miller. Duren, the screen. Out to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. He's got his first free throws of the night right here.
Shooting for the away team, Larry Bird. At the line for 2.
First free throw is good. Both good from the line that time.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Embiid misses. Gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. And it's 6-10. Jalen Duren is an incredible athlete for his size.
Yeah, he's got a lot of bounce, which helps him as a rim protector, rebounder, and lob threat. Plus, he's got quick feet, and he's able to guard smaller guys on the perimeter.
And the basket is good.
Boy, his shot looks deadly right now. Already, he's hit 3 of 4 to start.
Pass to Maxey. They need this. And the layup is good.
And sometimes the D likes to get physical with Maxey, but he has no back down in him.
Now here's Van Vliet. Out to the right wing. Here's Bird. The rebound by Yabusele.
And for him, that's a great look. Expect him to go right back to it if it's available.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Nice shot by George.
Boy, nice job by Paul George to make himself available. Gets to his spot and gets it off quickly.
And here's Van Vliet. Pull a screen on Maxey. Launches it. Tipped away to the left wing. Here's Bird. Shoots over George. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Bird's got 11 points.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
Maxey passes to Embiid. Maxey against Van Vliet. Stolen by Van Vliet. Here's Bol. It's hauled in by the Sixers. They're moving on after a tough loss they took at the hands of the Pacers.
It's always hard to get a win on the road, especially when you show zero energy on the defensive end.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
Pass to Bird. Got it. Good job in the low post. 13 points in the game.
He got right into the flow of this game, hitting 5 of his first 7 shots.
Now here's Embiid. To the paint. Yabusele. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
Van Vliet with it. Miller outside. Pass to Duren. Here's Bol. No good off the glass.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Grimes. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. gone 7 of 14 and looking in control. Miller outside. And the bucket counts, and he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play.
That's his first personal foul. Third team foul. Shooting for the away team, Miller. At the line for one.
Yeah, with the size and versatility Miller brings to the table, he's a tough cover for just about anyone.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
On the court.
76ers trail by 5. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
B.A. Fred VanVleet said, I've been a leader on pretty much every team that I've ever played for. I'm a leader in life. It's just something you either have or you don't. Something you got to work at. Some guys will gravitate towards it and some won't. Brian, is it that simple?
Well, I think most of his teammates value what he has to say, for sure.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
Wagner with a screen on Maxey. Pass to Caruso. Back to VanVleet. Here's Bird. Wagner inside. No good. A bit long that time. Well, the 76ers shooting about 47% during this first quarter. Caruso against Edwards. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pulls up. And it's Bird with a rebound. Gotten 8 of 16 attempts to fall. Now Caruso, yet to see a basket. Here's the pick. Wagner, the pass to Caruso. Wagner with a screen on Oubre. And here's VanVleet from the arc. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Now, Fred VanVleet has become a true impact player. This guy remarkably consistent from deep.
And Maxey's got the ball here for the 76ers. They trail by 6. Knocks it loose. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Now, since we have this break, here are the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. In third, Philadelphia.
And whenever you turn the ball over against them, they pushed it right back at you. Last year, they were just merciless at exploiting teams whenever they made mistakes against them.
Embiid, he's checked in for the Sixers. Lowry comes in for Tyrese Maxey. Now here's VanVleet. He's got 5. Here's Bird. Shoots over Oubre. Bird, that's good. Bird's got 15 points.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Now here's Lowry. Screen by Embiid. And Lowry's good for 3.
Put the ball in Kyle Lowry's hand in a pick and roll, and he will pull all the right strings.
54 seconds left in the first. Here's Christie. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Bird. It's hauled in by Oubre.
And they've come out with a fearless approach on the boards.
From the arc. And it's Bird with a rebound. Bird's got his 5th rebound in this one. Takes a 3. Rebound by Philadelphia. Embiid's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Oubre. Embiid, high post. Wagner's on him. It's Edwards on the wing. He's guarded by Caruso. And here's Oubre. Over Wagner. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And that does it for the first quarter. They're up by 5. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
Shooting efficiently, 50% so far. We've got Kelly Oubre. He's out there with Joel Embiid. Butler out there with Edwards. And it's McCain in at the 2. That's the group in the game for the 76ers.
This guy's a super quick leaper. Oubre doesn't need much time to get off the floor.
Bird passes to Van Vliet. Here's Bird. The 3. Joel Embiid with the board. Embiid's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. The kick out to Edwards. Offline with a 3. Gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Here's Christie. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Here's McCain. 15 in his last outing. Second quarter of basketball. About a minute played so far. To the inside. Nice D from Wagner.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Bird. And it's blocked by Embiid.
You have to be aware of Embiid at all times. He's an outstanding shot blocker.
Tipped. Van Vliet outside. Here's Bird. Embiid covers. Three-pointer, Van Vliet. Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, B.A. And in a 7-game series, defense is to disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano-a-mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
Butler passes to Embiid. It's rebounded by Wagner.
Yeah, just hasn't been able to find his rhythm offensively, and that's having a ripple effect.
Here's Bird. Uses the glass that time. It's good. Bird's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, just late help on the defensive side. I mean, just another breakdown for them.
And I'll tell you, you look up at the scoreboard, that's correct. They have a big lead for a reason. I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Butler surveying the floor. To snap the cold streak. And it's Bird with a rebound. Gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. And he hits it and gets hacked. A 3-point chance here if he can convert.
Reliable approach. Getting the ball in the paint and going to work.
Gordon, he's checked in for the Sixers.
At the line for the away team, Christie. At the line for 1.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Last year shows that having the better overall record doesn't mean you're going to dominate the lesser opponent.
And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Pass to Embiid.
Hey, Lidstrom, quarterback. How you doing?
And it comes off the front of the rim.
Boy,
that's my quarterback.
For him in this quarter, you can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Here's Pippen to the middle. And it's blocked by Embiid. And he recovers it. Simmons against Gordon. Tries again. Philadelphia grabs the miss. And Grant, I know you played a part in Embiid's decision to join Team USA.
Yeah, B.A., I spent a lot of time talking to Joel Embiid and convincing him to play for us in the U.S. men's national team.
Embiid. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to go on.
A lot more slow down physical play over here on the eastern side.
Dominant centers in the league. Embiid has really
Showtime's games are a lot more fast paced as you would imagine, but that's the way they were built. This is the way you would build a team around Larry Bird in the modern era. And if you've been watching the Showtime Magic Johnson team, they're all about getting out, running, and shooting threes.
And the first one at the line is good. And the 76ers making a
Rebounders inside, kick it out to Magic, get the fast break going. Here it's all about low post, shot blocking, setting hard screens, posting up Bird, and getting your point guards going with pick and roll.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Here's Pippen. No made baskets yet. Pass to Duren. Here's Pippen. Fires the 3. The rebound by Yabusele.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Embiid, high post. Looking to get it going. Embiid muscles through the contact.
Really off on his shooting. Just 20% this period. Looks like he's getting a bit frustrated.
Miller outside. And the shot goes. Miller's got 5 points.
Yeah,
This dude, this guy, Brandon Miller, that I picked up, I didn't know about him. Well, I know about him now. Remember, he scored 44 points in our game against Sacramento. Stole the show.
On Monday,
He's a weapon, man. I had no idea he was this good.
Then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And you know, for that matchup with New York, that's number 9 on the season for them. They should start feeling in the full swing of things by then.
Pippen, pass to Miller. DeSumo outside. Pass to Pippen from downtown. Gets the 3 to fall. Pippen's got his first 3 points of the game.
Defensively, gotta close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
Embiid against Duren. Now here's Embiid. Not a lot of room. Off target from the baseline.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
There's the steal. Here's Grimes. In his last outing, 16 points for him. Pass to McCain. Fires from deep. And another miss by Philadelphia. Gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. Miller, right side. It's hauled in by the Sixers.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Now here's Oubre. Here's Yabusele. Pass to McCain. 6 to shoot. They set the screen. Hits a 3-pointer. McCain's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Here's Miller. It's good. And a beautiful setup from Simmons that time.
Love the confidence from this young man. Miller's so quick off the catch.
76ers trail by 14. Here's McCain. To the paint. Here's Embiid. And then Embiid with the dunk.
A strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
And left no doubt with that one, Grant. Poke loose. Fast break, Philadelphia. And he's going for the lob. Lays it in off the pretty lob.
Oh, what a pass. Those two read each other really well.
Looks like a play they've definitely run in practice. Dosunmu outside. Inside. Duren in the post. Embiid covers. Duren with the bucket.
Yeah, almost impossible to stop Duren inside. Wow, just wow.
Pass to Embiid. For three. Duren with the rebound. Duren's got his 5th rebound in this one. Gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. Miller, he's open. And here's Duren. Now here's Simmons. Here's Duren. Dosunmu for 3. And he buries his first look.
Yeah, usually Duren is more of a finisher, but being selfless with the ball is a good thing for him in the long run.
Pass to Embiid. Fires the 3. Duren with the rebound.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
Now here's Simmons. They lead by their biggest margin of the game. It's at 15 points. Here's Duren. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Duren's got his 2nd basket of the game.
They're going to work inside. I like how confident Jalen is from this area.
This is a low post dominant team.
Here's McCain.
A lot of size.
To Embiid.
Long guys on the interior.
Embiid.
But man, Embiid,
Hey, kept it simple. No
he's
reason
just
to
a
be
little
negative
bit more
right now.
than what the law
He's
will
just looking to
allow.
find shots and produce for his team.
Timeout, team Larry.
The visitors all time here. And the 76ers with some changes. George comes in for Joel Embiid. And it's Tyrese Maxey in for Oubre. Here's Bird. No good on the quick 3. 76ers trail by 15. Outside Maxey. The 3, George. And it's Bird with a rebound. Bird's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Miller, the pass to Van Vliet. Oh, there's the alley. It's 2-on-1. Here's McCain. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. McCain's got 5.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
Down low.
Come on, what's better than a perfectly timed alley-oop? Mr. Miller, have at it.
I'm telling y'all, this dude, Brandon Miller, man, he gives me Kobe Bryant. I ain't saying he like Kobe, the way he moves.
And for the 76ers,
He's like, I keep calling him like a late 90s Kobe Bryant. Know what I mean? When he was with the Lakers coming off the bench as a 6th man, that version of Kobe. Young Kobe, you know.
The only thing I care about is winning. That takes a lot, and everybody has to contribute. I'm always going to believe in myself. I love the guys that we have. We are going to go and fight every single night.
Great perspective there. Thanks, Allie. And he makes the first. Doris, we've heard Paul George get a lot of praise from the next generation of NBA talent.
We sure have, and it's easy to see why, Brian. This guy is fundamentally sound. He does a little bit of everything, can shoot with range, can get off the bounce. His game is so polished and smooth, worthy of emulation.
Now here's Wagner. No points so far. Pass to Grimes. Shoots from 12. It's rebounded by Wagner. Gotten 6 of 11 threes to go in this game. Here's McCain. He's got 5. Going all the way to the rack. Here's Miller. Here's Bird. Van Vliet outside. From outside the arc. That won't fall. He's just 2 of 5 in this one. 76ers trail by 13. Here's Yabusele. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Wagner. Wagner's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Miller. And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow.
I'm telling you guys, Brandon Miller is coming. And remember, he's an 81 overall, right? He's an 81 overall, guys. He's not even, I was showing his statistics in the game where he had 44 points against Sacramento. He's not OP, but his skill set is such that he can get his shot off.
What an excellent night for him and his team.
Here's McCain.
I remember, when I make these teams, I just try to make them with, good, solid players. There are no super teams here. But if a player just has a skill set that just seems to be effective, then so be it. This guy, Brandon Miller, on Team Larry, I would say he's our second best offensive player. I mean, I thought it was going to be Duren. It's really just Brandon Miller. He's our second best player
in the first half
offensively.
Back to Van Vliet. Shot is up. Rebound by Philadelphia. Looking ahead, they've got the Warriors coming to town for their next game. That'll be the second. Oh, yes! It's good! Are you kidding me?
Tyrese.
My goodness, that's how you beat the clock. Oh,
Look at Larry. All right.
He's gonna remember that one.
Listen, under duress.
You think that's something? I've done that about 100 times myself, son.
And that concludes the first half. Up 9. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
I'm here with Nick Nurse, and Coach, I saw you imploring your team to pick it up. Where do you need to be better in the second half?
Well, we're not very good offensively right now. I think we're taking some okay shots, but we got to be a little bit more patient and keep moving it around a little bit. Need multiple paint touches rather than just one. So we just got to do a little bit better job of getting off it and relocating a little bit.
Patience is a virtue. Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
We'll get to the first half action in just a second, but first, let's take a look at where teams are sitting in the power rankings.
Taking a look at the visitors, they're one of the teams we've hoped would figure it out. Things are clicking right now, and still early enough for them to make something
Team Larry just trying to get something going here. They lost their first 2 games of the season. So Team Larry came out getting hammered the first 2 games of the season. But since then, the chemistry's starting to come around a little bit now. And you can see it's a real inside power dominant team, much like the way the Celtics was in the 80s.
From where I'm sitting, I don't see
which I think is what you would need. You need
do not see effort.
In today's league, you would need guys to take advantage of Bird's shooting ability, the guys who can set good screens, but also from a modern era perspective, why not go ahead and get guys who are more mobile, who can run the floor, and provide a little bit of stretch room for Larry when he does his thing in the post himself. So it's like taking a little bit of old and adding something new. You know what I'm saying? That's the way you would do it if you brought Larry Bird into today's game. Right? Why not take advantage of the modern era with a little bit of the old school too?
Gone 6 for 12 from deep so far in this game. Bull out there with Wagner. Then there's Brandon Miller. Then it's Fred Van Vliet. And it's Bird in at small forward. Wagner finds Van Vliet. Back to Wagner. Bull with it. Van Vliet outside. Clock at 6. Pass to Bird. And And he buries that one. Back rim and in.
Assist from
Bird's got 22.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Now here's Maxey. Nope, 4 for 7 now. Shooting 51%. Good clip from the field. Pass to Bird. George with a steal. Here we go. The Sixers on the break. Here's Maxey. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. Talking about Tyrese Maxey, Grant, here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout 4th year, Maxey has added to his game every offseason and turned himself into an elite scorer.
Wagner with a screen on Maxey. Van Vliet, the pass to Bowl. Here's Bird. George defending. Kicks it out to Wagner. Takes a 3. He drops it from range. Wagner's gotten himself on the board with it.
And that's right there what I was talking about. Wagner has the ability to go inside, outside. But he also can stretch the floor and give Bird opportunities to be a playmaker.
Here's Maxey. Bowl grabs the board.
That's something the Celtics didn't have in the 80s. As great as Kevin McHale and Parrish were, there's no way they could step out and give that kind of spacing to Larry Bird.
Now Van Vliet.
Bird never played with that kind of spacing in his career.
Pass to Bowl. Wagner outside. 5 on the clock. Here's Bird. Unable to get that one. And George with some nice D. And Maxey, here we go. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got 4 assists now tonight.
Yeah, converting through contact there. Maxey showing great body control.
Now here's Van Vliet. 5 points in the game.
And just a great screen.
And they got a high-powered finish out of it.
They can't handle that play.
Someone rotate over and challenge.
Larry Bird setting that high screen out there for Miller off the ball. That's a tough play for him. Who do you pick up?
To the middle. Here's Embiid. It's rebounded by Wagner. Wagner's got 7 rebounds in the game.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Van Vliet outside. Pass to Wagner. Here's Bird. George defending. 11 feet out. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. Bird's got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, excellent start to the second half. They've missed just once in 5 attempts.
Maxey against Van Vliet. Embiid. And it's Bird with a rebound.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
Van Vliet up top from the high post. Rebound by Philadelphia. Embiid's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Here's George. And all around the rim that time before dropping. George has got 10.
Silky smooth jumper from Paul George, and he just lets it fly whenever he gets free from that spot.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's got 5. Wagner with a screen on Maxey. Out to the wing. Bull down low. Yep, that one goes. 5 points in the game.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Inside. Here's Embiid. Oh, Embiid ignores the contact and converts.
I love the confidence Embiid plays with, especially this close to the rim.
Maxey against Van Vliet. Pass to Bird. And the bucket is good.
That was sick. Let me look at that again. That was sick, y'all. That was so Larry Bird-like. My goodness. That was sick. Nothing but net. Look just like him, too.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Now here's George. The D's right on him. Here's Yabusele. Launches a three. And it's Bird with a rebound. Bird's got rebound number 11. And here's Van Vliet. He's got 5. Here's Bird. Miller on the wing. It's rebounded by George. 76ers trail by 13. Here's Embiid. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got 6 assists now in the game. Van Vliet, the pass to Miller. Back to Van Vliet. Pass to Bull. Rebound by Philadelphia.
Boy, he did everything right till he got to the rim. He needs to finish that.
It's George on the wing. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Gotten 6 of 10 shots to fall in this third quarter. Robbed. It's a one-on-one situation. Fires for 3. And it's Bird with a rebound. Bird's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Wagner finds Van Vliet. Back to Wagner. 6 on the shot clock. Miller against Maxey. Releases. And he wills that one in. Sinking it right through the back of the
Oh, man. Miller hurt himself on that take.
76ers trail by 13.
He shook him so hard he hurt himself.
It's been a struggle for him.
Oh, man. Our second best offensive player hurt.
Kind of chance.
Hope it ain't too bad.
Pass to
Gotta
Maxey.
get.
There's the 3.
Let's go a timeout.
Sinks the tray. He's got 17.
Let's get a timeout here. See what's wrong with Miller.
1 in the first half, 1 here.
And the visitors call time here.
They're rushing things offensively, and their impatience has led to carelessness.
And your Sixers dance team.
So both teams making some changes here. All right, now that we have a second, let's take a look at which teams cashed in on the fast break last year. 5th best, the 76ers.
They would just push the ball at every opportunity, even when defenders had already gotten back.
Van Vliet right side. Here's Bird. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
That's his second.
Hey, look at Larry Bird trying to flex, man. That Larry Bird guy's about as many cuts. That boy got 0 cuts, man. Talking about some flex. Oh, man.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes.
But I guess when you're that good, you can pretend to be buff when you're that good.
The 76ers trail by 13. Here's McCain. 5 points in the game. Grimes, the pass to Maxey. Embiid, high post. Shot clock at 6. And down it goes. 2 points. Embiid's got 19 points.
Yeah, the big man Embiid just capable of sticking it from these in-between spots.
Pass to Duren. Now Caruso, another steal. Here's Grimes, outside Maxey, from the arc. And it's Bird with a rebound. Bird's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating. Here's Van Vliet. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
That's his second.
Well, strength and savvy make Fred Van Vliet a tough guy to deal with inside. Gets the contact.
Fred Van Vliet taking 2 shots.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Doris, this has been a good few years for teams from small markets, don't you think?
I certainly do, Brian. I mean, think about some of the most exciting players we have in the league. They're young, but they are captivating. Victor Wembanyama in San Antonio. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in Oklahoma City. Giannis has been in Milwaukee his entire career. The list goes on.
Here's Van Vliet. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Pass to Bird. The 3 is up. The rebound by Maxey.
Going into halftime, he had 2 threes in his pocket, but hasn't added to that total since.
Here's Oubre. Off the mark. Had a chance there to trim it to single digits. On the wing, Caruso. He's scoreless. Here's Bird. He's covered by Oubre. Ooh, the deep hit on that pass fake. That freed him up.
I'll tell you. Team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
And there's a pick. Pass to Bona. Shoots over Duren. And it's Bird with a rebound. Bird's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. 3-pointer, Van Vliet. Rebound by Philadelphia.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
You know, Maxey's willing to play a secondary role, but he can also take charge when needed.
Here's Van Vliet. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Here's Bird. Give him 31 now. Fader on the way. And it's Bona with a rebound. 76ers trail by 11. And here's Oubre from the arc. And it's Bird with a rebound. Bird's got 15 rebounds here tonight. That's tipped. 1:41 left in the third. For 3, Maxey. Oh, he pipes it. 9 for 14 and showing no let up.
Well, they're still losing, but it's not because of him. He's been lights out this quarter.
Over to the wing. Here's Bird. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Bird's got 13 in the second half.
Well, you love that they've been able to rely on him time and time again. You love the effort here late.
Pass to McCain. To the paint. All alone on the break. Here's Duren. And it's Bona with a rebound. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. Trailing by 10. A nice shot by McCain.
You know, one thing about Maxey is that he always is looking for an outlet.
Good drive by Van Vliet. And the 76ers making a change here. Edwards is checked in.
Now into the lineup for your 76ers. Number 19, Justin Edwards.
Here's Bird. 33 points for him. A good-looking shot from the wing. Bird's got 35 in the game.
Tonight, their attack revolves around him. As he goes, so goes the offense.
Outside Maxey. Launches it. Duren with a rebound. Duren's got rebound number 8 here already in the game.
and they've committed to controlling the boards, and it's paying dividends.
They set the pick. Pass to Bird. Over Oubre. No good on the shot. And we've reached the end of the third. Up 9. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here on 2K Sports. With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period.
Looks like Brandon has a strained hip. He's going to be out for the next 2 months. Well, that sucks. Someone was I talked him up so much he got hurt. All right, we're going to take Bird out. I'll bring back in Ben Simmons at power forward. Caruso stay in. Bird will come out. Give Van Vliet some minutes on the bench. Come in with Larry. Okay, let's give Larry Nance. Come in with Larry Nance. See what he can do. Give him some minutes. Take Duren out. Come back in with. Matter of fact, I'm going to let Ben Simmons play center. So I think Embiid's going to be on the bench here. So let's see if he can take advantage of that in transition.
Holds in store. 76ers trail by 9. And now we send it over to Allie LaForce.
Oh, Embiid's out there. So
Miller. Allie.
He said they're concerned.
Not that bad of a defensive matchup,
though. Going to keep him out of the rotation. Obviously a terrible way to start the season. The good news, though, plenty of time left to figure things out for them.
All we can hope for is that the prognosis isn't as bad as it seems, guys.
Yeah, we were hoping for much better news, and obviously not very encouraging.
No, I mean, this is a big blow, and it will force the team to make some adjustments, not just in terms of personnel on the court, but in terms of strategy.
We've got Edwards, Kelly Oubre out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Lonnie Walker, and it's McCain in at the point. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. No good on that one.
Boy, Ben Simmons, one of the most highly scrutinized players in the NBA, but I don't think you can doubt any of his defensive abilities. Cross-positional and big-time asset on that end.
Council, he's checked in for Walker, and he sinks the second. Here's McCain. Pass to Embiid. Just 5 to shoot. Here's McCain. Oh, Simmons with the block.
That is the long arms and defensive prowess of Ben Simmons on display.
Kyle Lowry's checked in for Council.
Number 7,
Gone 7 of 15 from distance in this game. To the inside. And the basket by Pippen.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
76ers trail by 12. Pass to Embiid. That one no good. Shooting 52% from the floor so far. Lowry against Caruso. Christie passes to Caruso. Up and over Lowry. Drilled from 11 feet out. Caruso's gotten his first bucket of the night. The 76ers have gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good. Pass to Oubre. And here's Embiid. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
And the visitors call time here. keeping us updated from the sideline. Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, over that break, I was able to catch the message that the visiting team coach was giving to his team. Despite the lead, coach was stern with the guys, mentioning to the team, do not let up. I've seen some big comebacks in this league, and this is not over. An interesting message. B.A.?
As always, Allie, we thank you. Pass to Pippen. Here's Bowl. Now here's Caruso. The teardrop. Yes, it's good. Caruso's gotten 4 this quarter. And so Lowry will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still. Embiid against Duren. Now here's Embiid. Tight defense on him. 4 on the clock. Late clock. The Sixers need to put one up here. And here's Lowry from the arc. Bol grabs the board. Bol's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Pippen. Outside Bol. To the paint. Here's Duren. Lays it up and banks it in.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Here's McCain. Good defense by DeSumo. Caruso outside. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. 13 feet out. Rebound by Philadelphia. Embiid's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Lowry outside to the middle to stop the drought. Rejected by Bol. Here's the break. And the dunk by Duren.
I pulled that one back. I knew Duren was going to be trailing. I could have forced it, but got my big man an easy one.
76ers trail by 20.
Duren running the floor hard.
Major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He wants their game plan to be crystal.
Philadelphia's just being out-executed. They've got nothing, man. We slowed the game down, pound them inside. They got nothing for us. Might just sit Larry Bird the rest of the game, let him rest up. We got a back-to-back. I think we got to play Phoenix next. I'm not sure. I got to check the schedule. I think they got Phoenix tomorrow night.
He's checked in for the
and we just lost Brandon Miller for the next 2 months. At least with a nagging injury. I mean, I can't play him, but I wouldn't want to aggravate it. Usually if you let the guys just rest completely, they'll come back a little faster sometimes.
And you see player trading methods, Grant, a lot more.
Especially if you spend the money and get yourself a top flight rehab team for your team. Sometimes your injuries will heal a little bit better.
On hand-eye coordination drills and just all kinds of stuff to enhance their reflexes.
DeSumo outside. Pass to Pippen.
ISO.
To shoot. And he gets it to go off the front
lucky shot.
He is too good a mid-range shooter to leave him that open.
Here's Grimes. He's covered by DeSumo. Here's McCain. Oubre passes to Edwards. Back to Oubre. Here's McCain. No good on the three. Right side Bol. Pass to Caruso. Back to Bol. Caruso with it. Here's Pippen. Crafty move. And the layup is up and in. Pippen's got 6 in the quarter.
Give and go. I don't use it too often, but a give and go, if you use it at the right time, it's be devastating.
Here's Embiid.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, that Boston. I said that Boston defense.
7 of 9 from the floor in this fourth. Pippen pass to Bowl. It's stolen by Oubre.
Good defense by Philly. Give him credit. Tried to hit Bowl in the back cut going baseline. He didn't sell out. He didn't make a hard cut to the baseline.
There's the triple. Bowl grabs the board.
Boy, it's been a struggle in this quarter, and
the
team needs more from him.
Pull
There's
it
no
back.
doubt.
Good defense.
Dosunmu outside. Grant, in terms of scheduling, do you see any way to eliminate back-to-backs?
You know, I'm not a big fan of eliminating back-to-backs, but to answer your question, B.A., you have two choices, either fewer regular season games or extend the season by a few weeks. I don't think either one of those options is in our future.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and Philadelphia making a change here. And that's good as he hits both shots. So it's Philadelphia now. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Embiid misses.
This has not been his best quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
You know, with that green on, I'm looking at Duran with that green on, and that goatee look that he got, he had a body type. He kind of looked like Bill Russell. If you like squint your eyes and look real quick at him from afar, he looked like with that green on, he like Bill Russell. It's amazing. He like Bill Russell.
The free throw drops for Duran.
Yeah, as of right now, Jalen Duran kind of seems like a classic big man. He can block, he can rebound, and he really focuses on finding close-range looks.
Now here's Maxey. Pass to George to halt the run. Nails it from 3.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Philadelphia has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the 4th. Here's Yabusele. Puts up a 3. Rejected by Bowl. And that's out of bounds. Last touch by Bowl. And the fans love seeing
Going to the bench.
moments on defense like that block.
This one's over.
Oh, showing no signs of giving up this lead.
Philadelphia ain't got nothing in tank.
Into the opposition sails.
Mo Wagner, Larry Nance Jr., Isaac Okoro.
In my opinion, between the two teams, and we're early in the season, right now, I'd have to say that Team Larry is the better team, objectively.
Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around.
I think between the two teams, defensively, and just overall team play, and because I think with Team Showtime, they lean so much on Magic. I mean, Magic right now is averaging a triple-double.
Looking to get back on track. Can't get it to drop. Nice D from Wagner.
This team is better defensively. They're a better rebounding team. They're a better passing. Like, Magic's a great passer, but this whole team is good at passing.
Now Dosunmu.
And cutting. And setting good hard screens.
Wagner outside.
And all the big men here, for the most part, are decent shooters.
With a nice defensive effort.
With the exception of Simmons, of course.
Now Maxey.
But I brought Simmons in to be the wild card player.
For three. Rebounded by Pippen.
Just to be someone out there, you put him out there in a full court game and just mix it up when you need him. Somewhere down the line this season is going to make a difference.
Coaching is a difficult
having that kind of guy on your team helps. Wilder really wants it on OD, right? See what he does with
go
it.
into any circumstance, and it's largely
good defense.
What is the strength of the organization?
Wilder was calling for it on Embiid, so I gave it to him.
What is their commitment level to winning? What is your
He wanted
front office and the decision-making process like? But we all know this. Like, the coaches ultimately are the ones who are judged by wins and losses. They know that going in.
Pass to Nance.
Pick and roll here.
Here's Pippen. Nance with a screen on Maxey. Throws it up high.
He didn't get the cut. He didn't cut.
Here's Grimes. Here's Yabusele.
Larry Nance and Embiid fight on the block down there.
Got a hand on it.
They in a battle down low.
Twice on the pipe, says no sir.
Good work by Nance on that on Embiid in the post. That was good defense.
Here's
ball denial. The best kind.
Wagner inside.
Can't score if you can't get it, you know what I'm saying? Wagner too big.
The rebound by Yabusele.
Couldn't score though, no touch.
And Maxey's got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Let's see if they do it again.
George for three. Rebounded by
Boy, Nance is all over Embiid, man. He ain't letting them do nothing right now.
54% on this one.
Is that play again? They cannot. They stopped it all. Well, they stopped it there. They finally played it right.
Wagner outside. Now here's DeSumo. Pippen, pass to DeSumo.
ISO.
Puts up a deep three. Philadelphia grabs the miss. George has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Maxey with it. Now George.
Right now we're playing with our bench. This is our bench right now.
Screen by Embiid.
Nobody out here is a starter.
George, no good.
He continues to let it fly, but the makes have been few and far between.
Pippen. Here's Nance. And he makes good on his first shot of the game.
Wow, Larry Nance Jr. in a catch-and-shoot situation. That's not easy to guard.
And for Philadelphia, they're shooting just 35% from the floor.
They shutting these boys down, man. 35% shooting. Jeez. George had
He's coming to the league with a
George had him. I don't know why he pulled it back.
Through that, how does it affect a young player?
Well, BA, it can be overwhelming, and certainly it's a lot to endure. You're the focus of so much attention, and there are so many expectations.
In the post.
And with all the media these days, it's even more magnified and intense.
Oh, my.
Now here's Wagner. Shoots over Embiid.
Oh, my goodness.
You know, I think this guy just
That
loves
was
the game of
nice.
basketball. The preparation, the interaction with his teammates. He has fun out there on the floor.
Here's George.
Looking like Team Larry in another wire-to-wire victory.
Pass to Embiid. Got a piece of it.
Dang, they are shutting them boys down, man. It's good defensive rotations by Team Larry.
Here's Pippen.
And this is our bench, Mike.
Back to DeSumo.
Yeah, they got beat again on that back cut.
Oh, a two-handed power
They've been getting beat on cuts all game long.
An important shot to put this away.
That high cut roll.
Energy and great
They cannot
effort.
defend
and
it.
as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
George
That's
outside.
gonna do it.
And so the road team gets the W in this one.
Team Larry getting the chemistry going.
And deliver a
First 2 games of the season they lost. But ever since then, they've been doing it, man.
Confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
All right, Allie's ready
They
to
kicked
go.
their ass, man. I'm sorry. Team Larry
No
kicked their
surprise,
ass.
a great defensive
Shit.
showing tonight. What is it that makes this team so suffocating at that end of the floor?
Well, I think we're getting pretty good effort from each guy individually. I think we're finding our package defensively as a team, as a coaching staff, and just kind of gelling and putting together individual game plans from the coaches and trying to execute it.
No doubt. Thanks, Fred.
Allie, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Doris Burke, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson alongside our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for watching. As we leave, we present our player of the game.
This man, I was telling before my other stream, man, like best 3 players I ever seen at getting a shot off with minimum moves. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and Larry Bird, man. When you really need to get a shot off, there ain't three men that I've seen that I want more in the last second. Bird, Kobe, and Jordan. They don't get no better than that. When you got to get a shot off real quick. Everybody, I know everybody like, Kyrie Irving got handles and all the other stuff, but to me, you can't rely on somebody who got to get 8 dribbles to get their shot off, man. It come a point in time where you just got to get the ball to somebody and say, hey, 1, 2 dribbles, get open. You know what I'm saying? And to me, Larry Bird, Jordan, Kobe, best ever at that, without question. Best ever. All they need is 3 dribbles to kill you consistently. 3 dribbles, and you're done. So let's look at these stats here. And they got to the line a lot tonight. They only took 16 threes and made 7. Sheesh. Points in the paint, fairly even, only 8. They outran us. But look at the bench point. There you go. There's the bench. Bench points is where they dominated them there. All right, let's go take a look at the box, as we always like to do. Yeah, we shut Embiid down. Oh, Embiid. Look at Embiid. Oh, my Lord. Fish. Woo. Somebody light a match. Stinks. Woo. 8 for 28 from the field, bro. That is getting it done defensively. But, man, they shut him down, bro. That front line shut him down. Negative 39 on the plus minus. Straight doo-doo. Larry Bird, man. 35, 15, 3. 15 for 28 from the field, 2 for 6. Points responsible for 42 points. I mean, everybody else was eating. Everybody ate. They ain't eating like Magic be having. Magic be having everybody eating, but yeah, but Bird just an efficient scorer, man. He 35 points, he 15 boards. But this is the sad thing. Look at our second best offensive player. We lost him because he's down. Yeah, he got hurt, so he'll be out for the next 2 months off of that great play that he had. So let's take a look at Larry Bird's highlights here. A lot of rebounds and a lot of jump shots. That's what you're gonna see. Rebounds and jumpers and floaters. Wide open. Look at that. Rebound. Quick shot in the post. Another quick little shot. Another rebound. Look at that. Left-handed hook from the post. Jump hook from the right hook from the side. Another rebound. This dude, Bird, be getting his shot off, bro. This dude don't even. Man, the master of the half inch. All right. Okay, so they got a day off. So they don't play tomorrow. They have a day off. So I think, both teams. Let's see. So both teams are not playing until next Monday. So who's up next on the Daily View? Let's go to the Daily View. I think Showtime's playing. Okay. Showtime will be playing first. So, yeah, we got to adjust that rotation. I had a CPU, dude. It'll be fine. So, right. So, it's going to be Las Vegas. Las Vegas will be taking on Minnesota at 6-1. They're the number 1 team in the West, I believe. Let's take a look at the standings. Yep. Battle for the conference spot, top conference spot. Timberwolves number 1 right now. Showtime's number 2. After that magical victory against the OKC. Remember, not OKC, but Boston, I should say. Yeah, they lost to OKC, the Thriller. And then they came back and won at the buzzer. Basically won at the end of the game with Andre Drummond hitting that layup. So, and then after that, it'll be Team Larry taking on Atlanta. So, So, yep. Timberwolves and then Showtime. There's your matchups for the next game coming up. In the Larry Bird, Magic Johnson series here in the modern era, guys. Oh, man, Mike Conley trying to check Magic. Ooh, that's Edwards got to check him, man. Edwards going to have to check, or McDaniels. McDaniels can check him. McDaniels can check Magic. Maybe even Julius Randle a little bit. I don't think so. I don't like that matchup. No, I don't feel Julius Randle trying to hold Magic. But Anthony and Jaden can try to check him. Mike Conley going to get ate alive by Magic, man. He's going to get ate alive. Man, remember, this is Magic in his prime. This is the 1987 version of Magic Johnson we're using here. So this is Magic, the best version of Magic, 87. That's the best version of it. And the other Larry is 86. We're using 86 Larry. So just so you guys know. So with that being said, guys, I'll see you for the next stream as we got Timberwolves coming up, taking on Team Showtime out there in Las Vegas, man. As we continue on with this journey here with the Magic Johnson taking on Larry Bird in the modern era. Thanks, guys, for showing up. Like, subscribe, man, and hit the bell and come hang out with me and have some fun, man. Also, check out my Michael Jordan series and my Wilt Chamberlain series that's on my channel as well as all my other playthroughs. I play a lot of stuff. I play RoboCop. I play Far Cry. I play everything, man. UFC, pro wrestling. You name it, I play it, man. I'm out here, man. I just do stuff. I be having fun, man. I just try to have fun. I'm a fan just like the rest of y'all. Just trying to get down the road in life just like everybody else, man. Just have some fun while I'm doing it. That's all you can do, man. The world getting crazy. The world getting too crazy, man. That's why I come here and just chill. Well, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next stream, y'all. Peace out.